In the first episode of the channel, we discussed 5 types of men. This was directed to the ladies so that you understand how many types of men are out there. Yes, you might get more than 5, but I just wanted us to touch on the 5. But today, I want us to discuss the 5 ways to keep him interested. Once you get him, and you think he's a keeper, how do I get him to stay interested? Because don't forget, men are physical creatures. They get excited easily and get bored easily as well. So I'm going to share with you the tricks and the tips of how to keep him excited. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Colin Bafana. I'm the CEO and founder of Epsom Health Limited based in the UK. My channel focuses on mental health, well-being, healthy relationships, and happiness. If you love this channel, please do give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I'll produce more topics for us to discuss. There's never a right or wrong answer in this world. It's all about discussing, having different opinions, having different suggestions, and then the more we do that, the more choice we have on the table. And then pick and choose whatever suits you. Tip number 1, love him. But what do we mean by love him? Remember, in life, we need to reward good behavior. I'm not saying that he is a child, but in general, where someone behaves very well, there should be a reward. And that applies to your men as well. When he becomes a gentleman, supports you, listens to you, and is attentive, reward him so that he knows that good behavior, good actions leads to good relationship with you. The second point on loving him is let him have his friends. Let him have his space. Let him get away. Have your own space as well. Because when he is not with you, that's when his heart will always miss you. Don't keep him around you every time, otherwise he'll get bored very easily, as I said earlier. Let him have his friends and space. The other point around loving him is sex does not equate to love. They're two different things. Sex is a physical relationship, whereas love is emotional. Men can have sex anytime they want to if they're given a chance. But don't give them that message that sex is love. There should be a big difference between sex and love. But I will discuss sex later. But at the moment is be very clear, be boundary. Sex does not mean love. So he needs to be aware of that. So the main point here is love him. Let him feel it. Let him know that you love him. But at the same time, don't be all over him. Keep him guessing. Just give him enough. But as I said, let him have his space. Let him have his friends. And that way it keeps the relationship healthy. That was my first point. Tip number 2, keep him guessing. Because the more he guesses what's out there in the relationship, I'm referring to you. What else can this lady give me? My point here is don't give too much away. Don't overfeed him with his love. Otherwise, there'll be nothing left to work for, to aspire, to want you. Keep him guessing. Keep him wanting more. Let him work a little bit harder for your attention, for your love. The point here is you can be as physical as you want with him. Loads of kisses, loads of hugs, love him. And all these 3 things I've mentioned, they're worth $1 million. But don't give too much away, just bit by bit, drip by drip. That will keep him wanting more, keep him guessing, keep him excited. Where there's excitement, he will want more. Don't give him too much. Just give him enough to keep him guessing. There is what we call the Johari window. I'll put it here underneath, and then you can just go online, just check. It's called the Johari window model. It just helps you understand about the 4 windows. It's more of a behavior model, and it's very, very good in helping people, individuals, understand human behavior. As I said, there are certain things that they are for me. Keep it to yourself. That's just for you. Don't be easily read like a book. Let him want more of you. That way, it keeps the relationship healthy. Tip number 3, love yourself. I cannot stress enough about this particular point of loving yourself. Take care of your appearance, how you look. Look good. Go and do some shopping. If you love makeup, please go ahead. Makeup, hairdos, nice clothes, nice shoes, trainers, jeans, whatever you like. But always take care of your appearance. That's the most important thing in a relationship, about loving yourself, taking care of yourself. Go out, have friends, go to the pub, go to the clubs, go shopping. You are an adult. This is about you. This is about giving yourself time and space to say, yes, I am a special woman. Don't ask for no permission from anyone. This is about you. Make life worth living. If your men start to become overly worried and start to be controlling, abusive, do not accept it. From day one, never allow that to happen, because once it starts, it doesn't stop. It tends to get worse. It doesn't matter how much you love him. You must love yourself more. Walk away from any abusive relationship. Yes, it's us men causing most of these problems. I understand, ladies at times do, but the majority of us, it is men. We learn the hard way. We make mistakes, but learn from your mistakes. Don't allow yourself to abuse anyone if you're a man. And as a lady, as I said, it doesn't matter how much you love them. Love yourself even more and walk away, because you are special. Tip number 4. Sex is special, but so is love. Make it very clear right at the beginning of any relationship that physical contact, touches, hugs, kisses do not always need to lead to sex. There's time for everything. Sex is special, but always at the right time for both of you. Not just for one person, for both of you. As I've always said in the past, men are physical creatures. At times when we get touched by our ladies, we think they're after one thing, sex. But no. Once those boundaries are cleared between the two of you right at the beginning of any relationship, then he knows that when you want him, you will initiate sex. But hugging him, kissing him, teasing him, it's okay. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it should lead to sex. The less sex he has, this is my point, the less sex he has, the more he wants you. Because it creates the intensity, the anticipation. And when you do have sex with someone that you care about, someone that loves you, it is fulfilling. it leaves both of you wanting more. And that way, it keeps the relationship healthy. Sex is special, but so is love. Tip number 5, be close to his family. This is psychological because when you're close to his family and his family like you, care about you, it's going to be very, very hard for him to mess you up, because if he messes you up, he'll be messing with his own family, and that's never a good idea. And that's why most women, most ladies, when you're close to our sisters, our mom, you become a special woman. That is why being close to his sisters, if you've got any sisters, or his mom, or his family in general, you will be in charge. He will be done like a keeper. It's so hard. And one thing that we've learned in life is once we start inviting the ladies to our families, you become part of us. And that's healthy. That's a good thing. I would hate to see any lady, any woman, not getting on with your partner's family, with your mother-in-law, with your father-in-law. Yes, at times it can be a bit complicated, but I'll do another channel and discuss that. There'll be an episode discussing how to deal with an interfering mother-in-law. But that's not for today. Today is about being close to his family. And as I've said, once you're close to his family, you now have control. You've grabbed him right where he can move too fast. You dictate how the relationship goes. But it should be healthy. It should be loving. It should be caring. Sisters tend to be much better with discussing any difficulties that you might have with your boyfriend or with your fiancé or with your husband. Because women tend to be much better in dealing with emotional situations. Whereas as men, we can easily become very physical. That's why when you're close to his sisters, it's much better. Yes, you can be close to his brothers and so forth. That's fine, there's nothing wrong. But the danger there is the brothers might misinterpret your kindness and try to pounce on you. And when that happens and you turn around and say, no, I'm not interested, then it affects your relationship. That is not the way forward. Keep close to his sisters, to his mom. Just try it and see how it goes. Because that's my 5th tip in the book.